Imagine you finally buy your dream home. A beautiful, historic house on a peaceful, tree-lined street in Westfield, New Jersey. One of the safest suburbs in America. It's everything you wanted, big enough for your 3 kids, a backyard, friendly neighbors. You start imagining birthdays on the lawn, Christmas mornings by the fireplace. Then one day you open the mailbox, and inside is a letter that makes your blood run cold. No return address, no clue who wrote it. But they know everything about you. Chapter 1. Meet the Broadduses. In June 2014, Derek and Maria Broaddus bought 657 Boulevard for $1.3 million. It was their dream home, the place they planned to raise their kids and grow old together. Westfield was perfect. Low crime rate, good schools, close enough to New York City for work. They were the kind of family that waved at the mailman. Maria had grown up just a few blocks away. Derek had worked his way up to vice president at an insurance company. They'd done everything right, and they thought 657 Boulevard would be their reward. But the house had other plans. Chapter 2. The first letter arrives. A few days after closing, Derek was at the house alone doing late-night painting. New keys, new furniture, fresh paint for a fresh start. He stepped outside to grab the mail. Inside was a heavy envelope addressed simply, "The new owner." At first, it read like a welcome note. "Dearest new neighbor at 657 Boulevard, allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood." But the words turned dark, fast. 657 Boulevard has been the subject of my family for decades now, and as it approaches its 110th birthday, I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. Chapter 3. The Watcher introduces himself. The letter didn't just say, "Welcome." It asked about the family, asked by name. "I see you have already flooded 657 Boulevard with contractors so you can destroy the house as it was supposed to be." It ended with a bone-chilling sign-off. "Who am I? I am the Watcher." Derek ran through the empty house, switching off lights, calling the police. Who was the Watcher? How did they know the family's plans? The police took the letter seriously, but they had no real answers. Derek and Maria tried to brush it off as a prank, but they wouldn't be so lucky. Chapter 4. The second letter, and more chilling details. Days later, another letter appeared. This one was worse. "Do you need to fill the house with the young blood I requested? Once I know their names, I will call to them and draw them too." The Watcher described the Broaddus children in terrifying detail. Their ages, their nicknames, where they played, which rooms they'd chosen as bedrooms. He wrote, "Who has the bedrooms facing the street? I'll know as soon as you move in. It will help me to know who is in which bedroom." The Broadduses hadn't even officially moved in yet. Chapter 5. The letters get sicker. Every time the Broadduses tried to move forward, a new letter arrived. The tone shifted from creepy curiosity to veiled threats. "I pass by many times a day. 657 Boulevard is my job, my life, my obsession. And now you are too. Have they found what is in the walls yet? In time they will." He claimed to be one in a line of watchers. "My grandfather watched the house in the 1920s and my father in the 1960s. It is now my time." How do you sleep when someone says they're watching your kids through the windows? Chapter 6. Fear takes over. The Broadduses installed cameras. They spoke to neighbors. They stopped bringing their kids to the house. Maria lay awake at night replaying the letters in her head. Who was the Watcher? A neighbor? Someone who wanted them gone? Someone obsessed with the house? Or with them? At night, Maria thought she heard footsteps outside. She imagined eyes behind every tree, every car parked on the street. They hired private investigators, a former FBI profiler, even a priest to bless the house. No answers, just more letters. Chapter 7. The suspect's detectives looked closely at the neighbors. Next door was the Langford family, once an elderly matriarch, and her adult children. One son, Michael, was described by neighbors as odd. He'd stare through fences, stand in yards uninvited. Police questioned him, but the letters kept coming. Another suspect, a neighbor who'd lost the bidding war for the house? Revenge for losing 657 Boulevard? Others whispered it was all an inside job, staged by the Broadduses themselves to get out of a mortgage they regretted. But no evidence ever stuck. Chapter 8. I am in charge. The final letters were the worst. The Watcher seemed to mock them. I am pleased to know your names now in the name of the young blood you have brought to me. You don't want to make 657 Boulevard unhappy. What was hidden in the walls? Who was watching from the shadows? No one knew. In the end, the Broadduses did what any terrified family would do. They left. They never spent a single night in the house. But they couldn't sell it either. Who wants $1 million stalker? They tried to rent it out. Even the tenants received letters. The Watcher was still there. To this day, the Watcher has never been caught. Police DNA tests came up blank. No fingerprints. No cameras caught anything suspicious. The story became a Netflix series, but the real Watcher is still out there, or at least never found. 657 Boulevard still stands. A beautiful home on a beautiful street, but with secrets buried deeper than the foundation. So who was the Watcher? A jealous neighbor? A twisted prankster? A family member with a dark motive? Or something darker tied to the land itself? Drop your theory in the comments. Someone watching might know the truth. Subscribe for more unsolved mysteries, chilling true crime, and real-life horror stories. And next time you open your mailbox, remember, not every letter means welcome.